This video explains how to add characters to a numeric data frame column using the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. In this video I will show you two examples, and both of these examples are based on the data frame that we can create with lines 1 to 3 of the code. So after running these lines of code, a new data set called data is appearing at the top right, and we can print this data frame to the bottom in the RStudio console by running line 4 of the code. And then you can see that our data frame contains 6 rows and the 3 columns x1, x2 and x3. And as you can see, the columns x1 and x2 contain numeric values. Now let's assume that we want to add a prefix to the column x1 which contains a character string. Then we can apply the code that you can see in lines 6 to 8. So as a first step, I'm duplicating our data frame because I also want to keep an original version of our input data frame. So after running this line of code, a new data set called data new1 is appearing at the top right. And then in line 7 of the code, I'm replacing our column x1 by the values in this column, plus in addition to that, I'm adding a character string in front of the values in this column. And to do this, I'm using the paste0 function. So within the paste0 function, you first have to specify the character string that you want to add, and then you have to specify the values of the original data column. So after running line 7 of the code, our data frame is updated, and we can see that by printing our data frame to the console by running line 8 of the code. And now you can see that we have created a new data set which contains exactly the same values in the columns x2 and x3. However, in the column x1, we have added a character string in front of our numeric values. So in this first example, I have explained how to add a character string to a numeric data frame column using the paste0 function. However, it's also possible to use the sub function for this task, and this is what I want to show you in the next example in lines 10 to 12. So as in example 1, I'm first duplicating our data set, and then in the next line of code in line 11, I'm once again replacing the values in the column x1. However, this time I'm using the sub function, and as a first argument, I'm specifying the caret symbol, which tells the sub function that I want to add something in front. And then I'm specifying the val character string that I have already specified before. So this is the character string that I want to add in front of the values of my data frame column. And then I'm specifying my data frame column itself. So after running line 11 of the code, our new data set is updated, and we can see that by printing the data set to the console. So after running line 12 of the code, you can see that our second data frame, data new2, contains exactly the same values as the data frame, data new1 that we have created in the first example. However, this time we have used the sub function for this task. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.